Today we're gonna talk about how to create a virtual machine for development usage. My target audience for this recording is for developers or newcomers in development, and we're gonna cover about development environment preparation for exploring new software. And there's a prerequisite for this, is that you need the knowledge of how to install software. One other thing I think I need to add here, you need a computer with at least maybe a dual core. So maybe let me write down here hardware, maybe dual core at least, and maybe 4 gig memory, and at least, I don't know, you need probably only about 10 gig of, maybe plus, let's say 15 gig. So this 15 gigabyte disk space. All right. Okay. All right. I think that's good. So the objective of this recording is we're gonna create a virtual machine based on Ubuntu Linux operating system, and we're gonna use the created virtual machine as a template for development. What I meant by template here is that this is going to be your golden copy of your virtual machine. So when you want to start, when you want to learn a new product, a new technology, then what you do is import or use this virtual machine as a starting point. So and then after you're done, you can scratch it and then start over again if you want to learn make another clone of this machine, or copy or import it when you want to learn a different one. So you can just create and destroy it as you like, but you have a golden copy of it, so you don't really have to start over again every time you want to learn a new thing. So alright, but if there is a need for different operating system other than, let's say, Linux, or other than Ubuntu Linux, then you may want to then you will need to create a new one, a new virtual machine for that operating system. Alright, we're gonna cover some overview and installing the required software, and we're gonna create the virtual machine and install the Linux operating system on the VM, and then I'm gonna show you how to use it, just how you're gonna shut down, start it, and to connect to it, and how you log in, and I'll show you. It's pretty much how you're gonna use it. And after you're ready, you think that's a golden, then you can do export, import, or clone it, right? And then closing remark. Alright, it's an overview slide. So there are many options. There are so many virtual machine software, and also configuration management software. There are some distinctions about this, but I'm not to cover much. But I'm going to show you just many software out there you can use, like VirtualBox. It's free from Oracle. It's a free virtual machine software that you can use. It's actually the actual machine, and you have, like, say, Vagrant or Ceph, or whatever it is. They are configuration management, so they use this software to create virtual machine. But for example, Vagrant, you need a virtual machine software, such as you can use the default, I think it's using a VirtualBox, but you can also say we're gonna use Fusion from VMware, or you can point it to Amazon Web Service, so there are quite many, but today we're gonna just use VirtualBox for this recording, and I would recommend just use this one. It's easy to use, not much hassle really to maintain it. And then of course you need the operating systems that runs on the virtual machine. You have many options. You can use Linux, or you can use Windows or Mac OS X, and etc. In our recording here, we're going to use Linux. This is my first time to use Ubuntu Linux. I usually use Oracle's Linux, which is based on Red Hat, I think. I'll show you why, but let's just go through with Ubuntu. I think developers out there really love Ubuntu, and I think you should, and I should too. Okay, so the goal here that we're gonna well, why bother anyway? We create a virtual machine. So for me, there you go, I have extra word here. For me personally, I want to have an isolated environment from my laptop. What it means is really, I explore so many software, and if I keep installing it on my desktop or my laptop, you can imagine how many software installed, and it keeps taking space, and then I have to clean it up later on. Sometimes it's causing well, it's what I call software clutters here, and also it's causing some performance problem. Just because of what? Well, because of I have fragmented disks on my computer. Maybe it's better now if when we have SSD drive, which I think is much better performance, much better. I like it so much. So even on this desktop I use a SSD, so the performance improved significantly. Anyway, maybe it won't be much a problem anymore with the fragmented disks if you use SSD. And the other one is that why we use operating system. Let's say my desktop now I have Mac OS X. So then I want to learn Windows. How do I do that? Do I have to reinstall on this, or I buy a new disk and then install Windows on it on this desktop? So that's kind of costly, and also I think just ineffective. So by using the virtual machine, so what I can just create a virtual machine and install the operating system that I want to learn, and then after I'm done, then I can just scratch them, just remove it, and I'm good, Alright, so let's do the install required software. So as I mentioned earlier, that we are going to use VirtualBox. This software is free from Oracle, and also Ubuntu Linux operating system, it is also free. Okay, so it's open source anyway, so you can use them. And then of course, well, let me do a demo. So what we're gonna do, the download of the VirtualBox software, and we're gonna download also the Ubuntu Linux software, and then we're gonna install the VirtualBox. Then you ask when we're gonna install Ubuntu. Well, we're gonna cover a bit later after you are done with the VirtualBox. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so First thing is go to virtualbox.org. So install the VirtualBox software that you need, the appropriate version. The latest one is 5.0.14. So depend on what your desktop is. In my case, I have Mac OS X, so I will download this VirtualBox for OS X. So this one that I will download. But in your case, if you are using Windows, so you want to download this one. The other one, additionally, if you want the extension pack that provide the support for USB 2, USB 3, other support provided. So I downloaded both of them on my local machine. So let me show you a bit. There you go. So you can see I have a VirtualBox extension, and this is the VirtualBox software itself, and this is the extension. Okay. And then the second one that you need to download is the Ubuntu Linux. So just for this, for Explorer, I think the desktop version is good. So let's just download the desktop version from ubuntu.com. So again, it depends on operating system that you have. Okay, so for Windows or for Mac, so by default, usually the website knows what operating you are running on, so it offer you the correct software to download. So in my case, I have 64-bit, right? Alright, so I'll download it. So you can download it. So what in my case I have downloaded, it took a while, so that's why I just pre-download the software. So if you see here, I already have Ubuntu. So it's quite big, it's 1 gigabyte. If you notice that for the VirtualBox it says only 90 gig, and for the 90 megabytes, and also only about 17 megabytes for the extension pack. Alright, and maybe I didn't mention about it pretty quick. I mentioned a bit earlier at the beginning, but let me show you what I have on my machine. So if you notice that the you know what, let me do system report. So I think it is recommended at least you have 2 cores, or in my case I have 4 cores. And then how much memory you need? Well, 4 gig is good, so you can just allocate maybe a gig or 2 to the virtual machine. In my case I have 16 gigs, so you can safely probably just put 2 gig on this machine. You can always change it later on when you assign the virtual machine. You can increase the memory of CPU or the disk as you want. So it's quite flexible with the virtual machine. Okay. Alright, so after you download those software, so then you are ready to install. In my case, I have installed the VirtualBox, but this one is version 5. I think my version is 5010. So I downloaded 5014. So let's just install it. So I'm going to double click on this. So this is what it looks like when you do it on Mac. So it's gonna open the DMG file, to this image file, and then it is a package. Then you can install from there. It's verifying the disk, the file, and then what you're gonna do is gonna mount it. If you notice, it's gonna mount it here. Now it's available. So it says what to do, how to install. So I just say double click on the icon. Did I do that? I hope I did. Oh yes, I did. So it's continue, and then I click. So I'm gonna install 174 megs. Let's see where it is going. Yeah, and so far, so yeah, I think it's good. Continue, install, and then in Mac you always have to have the privilege to install it, just like Windows software. So it will prompt you with it to allow you to install, but in our case on Mac here, you have to enter your password. So now it's going to install. Let me pause this until it's finished. Alright, if you notice that the installation is successful. Alright, so we are done with installing the software. I can close this, and I can unmount the VirtualBox here. Then I'm going to, yes, VirtualBox here. Alright, extension pack and download. I have it already. Let's see. Okay, well, I downloaded it already, but it's saying yeah, download it. That's fine. You can do that, and it will automatically install it. So yeah, why not? You can upgrade. Yeah, why not? That's the intent anyway. So you see this disabled, so you have to scroll down and click agree, and then again asking you for password. So it's going to install the extension pack. There you go. Now you have a complete VirtualBox software installed. If you see that I have multiple virtual machine already. Okay, but anyway, this one is just created, but I haven't really install anything on it, but I want to show you how to create one. So what you need to do is that click new here. So you will be asked what is the name that you want to call it. So I'm going to call it my golden development VM. Golden copy, maybe nice to say golden copy. Alright, and then what operating system do you want? You can choose Windows, whatever it is you want, but in our case we're gonna use Linux. And I'm not going to do Oracle, but what I'm going to do is Ubuntu 64-bit. Alright, continue. Here where you say that how much memory to give on this one. So 768, if your computer saying you have 2 gig, maybe 768 is good enough. In my case, I can afford to put 2 gig on this one. Actually, I can afford 4 gig actually, right? Because I have 16 gig. Why not? But if I want to run multiple machines, so maybe I will have to be a bit more careful if I want to run about 2 or 3 of them. So 4 gig still okay if I have 3, because I will leave 4 gig on my host. Okay, now I think I want to create a virtual disk. That's the best for now. I think that's the best for us to use anyway. VirtualBox disk machine, why not? Let's continue. And yes, this is my recommended option is dynamically allocated. What it means that if you say 8 gig, right, then 8 gig is not it will be dynamically allocated. What it means that you're gonna, when the operating system need more, just like you install Eclipse or install other software, then because it need more space, then it will allocate more from your disk up to 8 gig that you specify. Now if you choose with a fixed size, then then it will automatically allocate that disk fixed, so it cannot be used by anything else. Of course, there's a good and bad about it, so it's a good explanation here about the performance probably. Alright, but I'm not worried much on my case because I have an SSD drive, so it's quite fast. So far I feel like it's good enough. Alright, so this is where you want to put the location, the install, where it is you want. Now where it is location of the disk that you use, so you can change it somewhere else as you want, but I just use the default. And then I say 8 gig maybe not enough, because I'm going to, let's say I want to learn about middleware that requires huge software, or I want to learn about an ERP software that's maybe quite big, so maybe 8 gig not enough. So just anticipate. So I maybe just say, let's do this, let's say just 10 gig. Alright, then there you go. We created our first virtual machine. Now remember that this is just a virtual machine that has nothing on it. Just configuration ready for you can start it, but you have no operating system running on it yet. So let's see a little bit about the settings. Let me go back on my presentation first. Okay, remove this one. So install VirtualBox. So we did install the VirtualBox. So we are a bit ahead. So yeah, we created a new virtual machine, that what we call golden copy dev VM. Then we do some configuration for CPU, how much memory. But I think let's add a few things here that we might. So we make sure we have the drive for this. So let's go click settings. So when we say drive, let me see. Alright, so we need the CD DVD. It's very important. Why is it important? Because this is where we're gonna say we're gonna mount the Ubuntu Linux on the drive. So when we start the machine, so it will boot the virtual machine using the Linux installer. So let's do that. Let's change this. So I have downloaded Ubuntu, right? I showed you earlier. So let me just do manually here. VNC, not VNC. So this is the one that we want. This is the one that we downloaded before. So we say open. Now we say that this drive, this DVD or IDE CD drive, is connected to the Linux Ubuntu. So click OK. So I change the settings. So have a look at other things. Maybe have a look at the network settings. So let's click settings again. In my experience is that I prefer to use bridge adapter. So it's menu, just use the adapter, the network adapter already on my laptop or my desktop. So we're gonna share it. So we're gonna have our own IP address, etc. So let's do this one. You can explore later on about this. Okay. So having said that, let's see, anything else that we need to worry about? Alright, I think that we are good. Alright, let's see. Then here is the part we're gonna do the install of the operating system. So after you set up the disk, the DVD drive, to mount the Linux software that we downloaded before, so we are ready. Basically, to install it, you just basically start the machine. So you can just click start. It's described below. Okay, what does it mean? Let's see. Audio stream, PCM input, make sure audio is working properly. Alright, so we are not worrying much about the audio streams for now, so I think we are good. So we're gonna give you some warning about the mouse and keyboard, stuff like that, which you can ignore. But what it really means is that when you click on this, you see that my mouse, when I click on it, it's gone. But to release it, really, what you need is, in my case, there's a command that you can click, say with the left, by clicking this left command button on my keyboard, that will release my mouse. So if you notice that it's stuck here, so let me move it. So now you can close this if you don't really worry about that. Okay, so it's starting. This is nice. Now it will give you options to go with. Let's wait for a minute until the options show up. Right. So if you are not sure about installing the operating system on this virtual machine, you can just try Ubuntu. What it does is really it boots it from the CD or the ISO file that you. So you can play around and you decide not to install, and that's fine. But in our case, we actually want to install the Ubuntu, so we are not going to try it, we're just going to install it. So in our case, choose the language, English, and then we say install Ubuntu, and we're going to ask you a bit more related to some software. Let's see. Windows MPG, audio licensing. If you care, you can install this third-party, and then into third-party software player. Okay, download updates. If there is any update, you can download. If you want to install, you can, but I'm not worried about that. But you know, I just click OK. Let's continue. Let's see what is the next question. Let's give it a minute. Let me pause a bit until it shows up. Alright, so it say, it say erase the disk and install Ubuntu, because we just created a virtual machines, nothing in there, so we will delete everything. So this is the option they want to go with. If you want to encrypt it, please do, but for different perspective, we don't want to. Alright, alright, so we are not going to do all these things, so I just install the software. So it will take a while during the install. So wait a minute, if you continue change listed below will be written to this. Okay, let's go on device change. This is the let's just take it. So it's going to install. It takes some time. So I'm going to pause the recording. And no, still have to choose the time zone. I'm in Denver, so can click continue. Let's see, there is let's see if it is showing the installation, then of course, yes, you have to choose the keyboard. If you're in the US, so English US is good, and English US for the keyboard layout. If you are in France, for example, they have this weird keyboard format. So you go ahead, pick whatever it is suitable for you. But mine's gonna be English US, and continue. And I think that will start the installation. I think. Oh no, still one more. So what I'm going to do, so this is not in battery. So what am I going to call this? You know what? This is going to be my Explorer VM. So I use this for my expression. The login will be me, and then the password, whatever you want to choose. Say week fair. All right. You can live with that. You can make it login automatically, but you know, I just use my password to login. So all right. Hope that's the last one. Alright, so this is going to start installation, so I'm going to pause the recording. It will be a while, so I'll be back when it is done. Alright, the installation is done, so it says restart now. So I think we just click restart here and see. It takes sometimes. Maybe if it takes so long, we can use this to say okay, let's just reset. Oh, okay, setting down. See how it goes. It's unmounting. Let's see how long it's gonna take. If it take a while, then we're gonna just right click here and we're gonna say close and power off. Let's see if we can just shut it down gracefully. Let's wait. Let me pause the recording for a minute. Okay, I think it's suggesting that the alright, I didn't read it. So what it says that the on the settings, so from the storage, I believe, well, it's already unmounted. So click OK. You know what? We're just gonna shut it down, close, power off. Off. Okay, will be gone. I just make sure that the drive is empty, still not pointing anything there. Okay, all right, I think that's good. Let's see, let's start up again. So I'm gonna start the machine, say okay, the machine is going to run to our condition, but yes, still about the sound system. Let's close this one, let's close this one. Alright, let's cover a bit. So we saw that how we install it. I'm going to cover a bit about okay, how to use it, how we can access it now. Alright, so let's see. Click on it, see, hopefully. All right, so now it's a screen to log in. So you see the screen small, which is usually we don't really like. We would like to have bigger screen, but anyway, let's try this one first. Let's do login. Let's see whether my password, I still remember the password. Login, let's see. Okay, logging in. This is the first time, so I don't know whether there will be a need to do some configuration. Just a few install Windows, so they will have some stuff to do. Alright, so this is what it looks like. So you can start your browser, files, stuff like that. That's cool. Let me pause a bit. I think there is something that let me see. There's something that we need to install. Oh yeah. Oh, I just wonder if you can just right click here, or what this one, search. I'm new to this one, so I'm, you know, so you see that the sizing is not really that pretty. Okay, what's this one? Huh, this is interesting. Let me pause for a minute. Need to play around a bit. Well, we know how to log in, but I need more stuff here. LibreOffice. Okay, Software Center maybe. I don't know. What's the bottom one? Oh, there you go. It scrolls actually. Alright, so let's forget about that one for a minute. So let's see. Please. It's interesting. Oh, what's that one? Okay, so this is how you log in, but for now let's do something here. What I want to look into here is about the display. Can we configure this bigger with a bigger screen? Pretty much not. So that's a built-in one. So what we need to do is really to mount the guess this image. So contain. Okay, what does it say? Let me scroll right. Yep, want to run it. So I think this one we also install some what do you call it? Some drivers that we need to change the screen size, stuff like that. So let's see. It's gonna work. Indicate it. So it's gonna install the module. So we need that. I think there's a blog talking about how to install this, but we'll see. It's building against additional kernel modules. The thing is that we are building this is a machine, so you hopefully when we are done we have a golden copy of this, which will be really nice. Oh, module command fails, then this could be reason building. Oh, what does it mean? The header of the current running kernel were not found. If the following command fails, then this could be the reason. Oh, it's still building. Let's see when it's gonna fail. Let's wait for it. Let me pause the recording. Maybe I don't know how long it's gonna take. So let's see. Okay, it looks like the install is successful. It says that okay, so we can system driver addition. You may need to restart. Okay, let's see. Hit enter. So maybe let's just restart it. Maybe using this button will do. Okay, what we can do, shut down, and we say restart. Okay, let's give it a minute. Let me pause the recording again. Oh, it's quick. Let's see. Just wonder, I can change the display from here, adjust virtual. Let's see, it has some option here, bigger one. Let's see. Okay. This one for now. Okay, I want this setting. How come there's Amazon? Anyway. So, oh, look at that. After we install, so we can increase the size. So, maybe let's do this one for now. I think. Okay, let's apply. Give this configuration. Maybe bigger one better. Maybe this one. Let's see, apply. Okay, that better. I think it's better. I want to keep this one. Please do. Looking good. Looking good. This configuration. I think we are good, right? I think I can close this. Alright, I think we got it installed, so I can log in, we resize, we can change the screen size. Let's see, let me just get the bigger one. Funny things to do. Alright, so we got the machine, it's good. So now let's check one. Well, actually, I want to check a few things here. What's at the bottom here? It's a trash. So let's just Xbox system. Sorry, one second. Okay, one more thing that we need to check here. Oh, let me. It's a local screen. It's a bit slow, isn't it? Okay. Password. Okay. So what I like to do is that to start the Xterm, the terminal. So then I like to check whether the network is working. If you notice that here the IP address, so it seems to be the bridge setup that we have on the network seems to work. But I see it's a bit slow. Maybe what I can do to make it perform better is by increasing the number of cores, because I have 4, so I can assign more on it. Alright, so let me shut down this machine. Oh, no, I want this. I want to shut down. Okay, let's shut down. Okay, so it is shutting down. Alright, it's gone. So let me change the settings so I can increase how many cores I can assign to this. Let me do this motherboard, display. Wait a minute. This is the memory. What did I put? There's 4 gig. Processor, okay. I have 4, but it says 8 CPU, so what I can do, I can put 2. I don't know, let's try. It's pretty much like 1. I can give it 2. So click OK. Then I can start this again. See whether it perform better. Okay. It's starting up. And let's see whether it will perform better. I hope so. Let's see. Alright, so oh yeah, that was, I think, the CPU at least supposed to be 2 if I can put it in, so it perform better. So it's slow. Alright, so we got our virtual machine ready. Now from this point, what you can do is that you can install, if you want to be the basic of your machine contain some other software, then you at this time install the software. For example, you want to have a default ID installed on this one, you can install it. So for example, let's pick a an IDE, maybe you can try NetBeans or others, but you can download it and install it. After you're done, then you are ready to, if you think that's good enough for your golden copy of a virtual machine, then it should be good to go for export and import or clone it. Alright, so let's give it a try, see whether the network works. Seems to be we are connected. Okay, let's say NetBeans download. Alright, so they have added you. We probably also need to install the Java if you want to. So let's click here. So what I usually like to do is so we have terminal here, so I can just double click on this one. So we have the terminal, and then type Java dash version. So what will be different? Alright, so it's not installed, so you can download from here if you have open JDK if you want to. But you know what, later on I will do JDK from Oracle. Alright, but for now that's it. We'll continue our lesson for the next one. Okay, so we did the install already, so let's see the next. So I've shown you about accessing the VM. You can start up or shut down the machine if you like. I think I showed you that. Then installing software, you can install the software that you need. And alright, so now let's shut down the machine. We're gonna make a copy of that. By either we want to do export or import of the VM. So let's do that. Okay, I did here. I want to install Java, so I found that there is an we need to register into apt for the repository for installing. This is web update 18. So here I added command here sudo add repository. So let's hit enter. Let's see how it goes. I'll click on it. Oops, hit enter. So I will do that. The next step is doing update of the app. Sudo, click on it again. Okay. Sudo apt add. Okay. So sudo apt get. Mistaken is get. Then do update. apt, yeah, not app. Okay. Alright, it's updating. Alright, so give it a minute. Start packaging. So let me pause this and okay, it's done. So we're gonna do apt-get again, but this time we're gonna do install. Okay, thing install. How do you call it? Oracle. I can remember this. Java 8 dash install. Let's see. I guess that's about right. I think. After this operation, do you want to continue? Okay, say yes. Then we install. Okay, so must I server? Okay, you accept binary license? Yes. Alright, it's installing. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes. Okay. JDK update 6 is okay. Update 66. I think that's the latest one. before Java 9. They have an early release for that. Okay, so you know, it looks a bit long, so I pause it. This video getting longer and longer. Hang in there. All right, the install is done. Let's see if I type alpha this version. All right, now we got what we want. The next thing what you want to do, maybe you want to install IDE, etc. So it's up to you what you want to do. So you can now let's say you are done with install, then assume that you are ready to make this as a golden copy. So the next step that you can do is, let's shut down this machine. Shut down. Okay. So then you can export the machine. So make a copy of this. Let's see, this will be interesting. Now you can export this, the golden copy, so you can continue. So basically this one you want to have a copy that's this machine, so next time you can just import it after you delete the one that you use for development, then you can just import it again, so you can continue. So you can always restore, create another view, you know, import this appliance, so you don't really need to do the install of Ubuntu anymore. So this is your golden copy. Okay, so you continue, so you put into somewhere where it is. So the extension will be OVA. Okay, so let's see what are the format. They have OVA 20. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, so now you can make a copy of those. Then you do, let me go back. Where do we export this? The document, golden copy. Alright, so export. Now it's going to export it. It will be a while, I think. I don't know how long it takes, but we expect that under documents there will be a file. We ordered this one. See, it's creating this file, so it takes 14 minutes. Will be a while. So let me pause the recording while we are doing that. For anyway, so I want to show you a different way, another way that you can find virtual machine. So far that I know is that will be really useful if you go to Oracle website. Usually I go to OTN, you know, Oracle Network, and then what I do, go to the click on this menu, which is used. Oh, there you go. There's a pre-built developers virtual machines. So this is Oracle has built using their Oracle Linux, and with the software installed already for you to learn, you know, to use for exploring products, Oracle products. For example, you have a SOA and BPM product. If you want to learn about Solaris, it's a VM for Solaris. I think this one and this one is not Oracle. So really, that's provided by Zen, and they have database. You want to learn database, big data. So it's quite a lot of options that you can use for your development. So if you download these files, for example, you enter this, let's say I download this one, service delivery platform. If you click on this, it will tell you what is in there. So it has Linux, it has JDK, database, XE, and actually it has Eclipse, which is Oracle specific. They have plugins for Oracle products. So this is good a base for you if you want to use it. I actually have it in here. Let me show you on my virtual machine. Okay, it's behind here. Can I move this? No, I can't. So I have some virtual machine that I use, that I downloaded and installed here, so I can explore many things. I have for BPM, I have different things. So I just download them and use it, explore it. So if I don't need it anymore, then I can delete it. So I think that will be really helpful in a way. If you learn something, you don't need to learn about how to install it, but you can use the product. Now, if you want to install it yourself, then you probably want, let's say, install this version, service delivery platform. So you can install, you want to learn about Oracle WebLogic. So you can install Oracle WebLogic or whatever latest product that's not available here. Okay. So that's another thing, a virtual machine that you can use. Or you can also use Vagrant. Let me show you Vagrant. Vagrant. Let me go see if I can find it. Vagrant. All right. So yeah, this one is interesting too. It has it's very easy to do setup of virtual machine running on your machine. So just like this one, you just do setup, install Vagrant software, and then just few script that you need to do, and then your virtual machine up and running. So there's another option to go, but you still need a virtual machine software to run. For example, in this case, they provide also the default, I think, the VirtualBox, but you have another option to use VMware Fusion, or you can use Amazon Web Service, etc. All right, I think that concludes the same way that you do export. So you can do the same way to do import. Okay, so you just do file and then import of the appliance, the OVA file. So the one that we created here, for example, you can import again, and you can name it whatever this you want. All right, so I think that's the whole lecture today. Oh, let's go back. Do I miss anything? So closing, if you like this video, just thumbs up, and I do appreciate your feedback.